Welcome back to Trash Talk, the Thru Hikers podcast. That's Guapo. I'm Kenny Powers. This is episode 3. Welcome.
Hey man, how you doing?
What's up, buddy? So, as you can tell, this is definitely coming out a lot earlier than we had said we would, mainly because we got tired of not recording.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to see your beautiful face a little more too, you know? I know our
It is
viewers do as well.
absolutely. I'm pretty.
Pretty something. I don't know.
So yeah, I want to thank everybody.
Yeah, thank you guys. We got an incredible show of support from all of you, a lot of interaction. It's really been kind of overwhelming. So thank you all so very much. We couldn't, I mean, we could do this without you, but obviously you wouldn't see it. So we're grateful that you're, we're just grateful. Thanks. You guys rock.
Thanks for the ears. Thanks for the eyes. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, we're learning as we go. We're learning as we go.
Kenny Powers, the poet. We had put out a few ideas on social media on our Instagram.
We did.
At Trash Talk is the Instagram. Ta-da!
Trash Talk.
Yeah, AT Trash Talk. So if you would, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss an episode. Now that we're doing 4 a month, once a week, got some great guests coming up too. So
a lot of cool content coming your way, folks. A lot of cool stuff.
So yeah, what have you been up to?
Oh man, so just actually pretty wild. I'm trying to start a little small business, utilizing Black Betty. For those of you who don't know who Black Betty is, we'll put a picture of her right there.
She's pretty.
She is. She got the job done, boy. Let me tell you, she got the job
very well
done.
Decorated too.
Yeah, now she is. Now she is. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing instead of dog walking, dog hiking. You know, take some animals out into nature, get them the exercise they so deserve, and keeps me back in the woods too. So
exactly right.
Yeah,
it's about keeping active.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Idle minds, you know, idle minds are no fun.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, sounds pretty cool. I gotten a really good response from the general public, so decided to move forward with it.
There we go. Plug it. Plug your game, bro. There you go.
Right. So, yeah, you know, you got to get it done.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a very, very exciting week.
You did, man. So you had the episode.
Yeah, I got on Discussion Combustion podcast here. It's a local Denver podcast, but reaches a lot of people, and it was cool to sit down with Kevin and Arthur and talk about the trail.
Right on. Shout out to those dudes.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys.
I haven't met them yet, but I did watch the episode. It was really, really, really good.
Yeah, they're really good dudes.
It
was very comfortable. You know, mentored me a little bit on what was, you know, the podcast life, and just layer it and keep it going. You know, we work as we go.
Yeah, and we learn from those who do. So
yeah, absolutely. So it was really nice for them to have me on.
Cheers to those dudes.
Yeah, appreciate it. So yeah, it was also that, and then found out another thru hiker lives about 1,000 feet from me now.
Oh, no way.
Yes, shout out Rubik's Cube. What's up,
Ruby?
Homie? Yeah, Ruby.
There you go.
So I get to see him in a couple of days whenever he gets back from his road trip. That'd
nice.
be fun.
Yeah. He messaged me a few days ago and told me he was out in that area. I didn't realize he was so close to you, though. That's awesome.
It was pretty funny because we were sitting there. He sent me the same thing. He sent it out to everybody. So that's super cool of him. Awesome.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, hey, I'm in Parker. And he's like, well, I'm in Parker. And then I told him the street, and he goes, well, I live on that street.
That's wild, man. That's wild.
So I get to see him.
The universe, I love it.
Yeah, it's nice to keep in touch with the community, and I urge everyone to do that. You know,
right. And I think that it, very much kind of comes back to why we decided to do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was just for that very reason.
To keep that going, you know, and to have a reason to reach out to people, you know, the passion of it, and so also I was talking to Hamilton. He's a new character brought up on this channel.
I've spoken to Hamilton recently as well.
We've met Hamilton really early on, right after Blood Mountain.
Yeah. Yeah. A few days
Spent
after we met.
spent Easter Sunday together. I think all of us did, and then so many more other times. But we were talking about kind of having too much shit in our lives,
Tell me about
metaphorically,
it.
but also he was talking physically. I've had a lot of shit going on metaphorically or not metaphorically, emotionally. But it's like we just have a lot of shit, and you got to get rid of it.
Yeah. The Great Purge.
The Great Purge. You said you were in the middle of that, right?
Oh, big time, dude. I went as far as I have a 25 yard dumpster in my driveway. But yeah, I'm really trying to hit it hard. Like you come home, man, it's wild because you're doing this thing and you're living so simply, right? Like out of a
Hmm.
backpack. And you
Out of a
learn that
backpack
you can live out of a backpack just fine. So
and
you come
have
home and there's
everything you need.
all this stuff. And you're like, what the hell do I need all this stuff for? I don't need it. I don't want it, So declutter, it's helps your mental health a lot, I think, as well. You know,
Absolutely. And I great purged, I guess. I mean, I still have some stuff back in the storage unit, but
right.
um, most of it's going to get donated or whatever anyway. So it's like it's not my stuff anymore. And I've kind of lived that since I got off trail too. So I have very little stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing that with all the clothes, but
Hmm.
if I can't burn it, it's going in a dumpster.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah.
why I had to pull out Sasquatch. He hasn't had much air lately. You know, the mountain
Beautiful boy.
crossings beanie,
Yeah, represent,
obligatory AT.
represent.
Yeah. Yeah. So we were talking about that. And, it's freeing to not have that much stuff, but sometimes it's terrifying to not have that much stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, you've lived most of your life in that other side, away from the
Yeah.
being able to live out of just a backpack, and
Hmm.
you've come so accustomed to it.
Yeah. I think it has a lot to do with just kind of reacclimating too. Like you kind of go back
Mhm.
to some old tendencies, and it's like recognizing those tendencies and being like, hit the brakes. No,
Right,
opposite.
right.
At least
Yeah,
that's
no,
how I've found it.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that fully.
There's just not much sense when you just have plans to hike and hike and hike and hike and hike. So
Well, it's simple. It's your only
it's
job.
simple. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Um,
Wake up and walk.
in between each hike,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
season to season. So
That's it, dude.
we also reached out on our socials, um, over on Instagram and asked some questions to the audience about um, what their big three were, um,
I think
and
was.
kind of
I think
favorite gear, right, or how long it lasted.
yes, yes, and we got some really great answers too.
Yeah, not much
Yeah,
variety in the answers, but
some. Well, but then again,
some.
when you're on trail, you notice that right away. A lot of
Yeah,
people have the same stuff, and there's reasons for that.
I'm
Um,
surprised a few people didn't just hit. I ran with a 5 pound pack because I know we know a few of those.
we do, yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
That's a good point. Well, day one, I ran into a couple who the only one of their big three that they really had, well, they each had a JanSport backpack,
Oh,
but
it's
all they had was one emergency blanket between the two of them. That's it.
wow.
Yeah. They didn't make it to day two.
No, I don't think so. I
No,
mean, we saw you
they didn't
obviously
make
saw
it.
the most minimal packing list, but we've also definitely seen the biggest packing lists on day
Hmm.
one. Also,
Damn.
definitely since we passed each other, um, or passed the same people probably on day
Yeah.
one. But yeah, would you say shout out to Robin Williams?
Robin Williams. Yeah, man.
His
65
backpack
pounds.
in an army rucksack. In
Yeah,
an
yeah,
army
yeah,
rucksack.
yeah.
Um, that didn't
We got
last
it. We
long.
got him down. We got him down pretty good. I think we had him down to about 32 at his lightest. 32
Yeah, I
or
think
32, 33.
we met him at the NOC in North Carolina. Yeah,
We met him before that. We
right
hung out with
before.
him mostly there. He was
Yeah.
with
Oh, the one dude had to go to the hospital.
Yes, but his name changed to Crazy Bear Man because he had
Oh,
a
okay.
situation with some bears in the Smokies.
Oh, I didn't.
Uh,
I didn't see him after the NOC. I don't think.
no, saw him at Trail Days.
Hmm.
Saw him at
Did you?
Trail
Yeah, I saw him
Days
at
a
Trail Days,
bunch.
but yeah.
But yeah, so his bag got taken by a couple of bears, and they opened it, got all his stuff out, food bag, everything. He ended up chasing them down, and yeah,
What?
yeah, man,
Chase.
yeah.
I mean, you don't. You
And
know how? What do you do in that situation? What do you do?
apparently
There's
you
not
chase
much
them
you can
down.
do.
I don't
You
know.
have to. You got to get your shit.
Yeah, well, he did, and then he claimed the name Crazy Bear Man. So
Okay, bet. That's awesome.
appropriate. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy he made it further than where I last saw him because he was in
Yeah,
pretty rough shape.
good
Bad
times.
times.
Bad
Good times
times.
and
There were
bad
all
times.
kinds of times. But so
Shout out to Hobo
something
Island.
Hobo Island was rad.
Hobo Island.
Anybody planning to through hike ever? It's not a legit. You're not going to find it on any maps. There's nothing with its name. But I
Walk.
suggest that you go seek it yourself. We're not going to tell you where.
Yes.
Let's not tell you
Uh-uh.
where. It's not hard to find. It's right there.
It's
But
not, but be
definitely go to Hobo
stealthy.
Island. Yeah, be
Be stealthy.
stealthy. Yeah, but you can have an
But
excellent time on Hobo Island.
yeah, we were talking about we're talking about big three stuff and the tents,
Hmm.
shelter, not so much just tents,
Yep.
bivvies,
Well,
whatever you
what are
want
the
to
big three?
do.
What are they? We
Well,
got.
your shelter,
Yep.
sleep system, which includes your sleep mat and sleeping bag or quilt,
Yep.
um,
Or
and
emergency
then
blanket.
or an emergency blanket. But I mean, what else would be the pack? Would that be the third
Pack.
one?
Yeah. So
Pack.
pack,
Okay.
shelter, sleep system.
Yeah, and there's some things in my big three that changed,
Yeah.
but if we're talking tents right now, no, mine stayed the same, which is the 2-person Outdoor Vitals 40th tent that I
Now
picked up.
was that a single wall?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I mean, I don't think I figured out how to set that thing up properly until Vermont.
Right.
It was always just sagging here,
Yeah.
doing what? No, it was New Hampshire. It was in the whites because I started staking it down like closer to the tent, not using
Right.
the guy lines unless it was windy. So it was a struggle, but
At
you figure
at
it
least you
out.
got it. As long as you get it once, as long as you
Yeah,
get it
and
once.
I had no issues with the tent. I mean, I had maybe
Yeah.
a couple holes in the netting, but I burned there during trail days.
Yeah. A lot of my stuff got fake
Uh,
burn holes.
but
Um,
other than
oops.
that, I mean, yeah, my tent stayed the same. But you have a different story on that. You went through a few.
I did. So I started with a Big Agnes Copper Spur UL2. Because first off, when I started the hike, my intentions were to bring my dogs with me. I have two
Hmm.
dogs, medium to small medium, not huge. They're not enormous dogs, so they would have fit great. Uh,
Mm.
Last minute, all that changed. So I was on my own.
Okay.
Um, Started with that for my tent. I also had what was my pack? Oh, it was an Osprey Atmos 50, I believe, the AG 50,
Yeah.
and Nemo Tensor for sleep pad, and Lighten Equipment Revelation 20 degree, which is the only item that stayed with me the whole through
Hmm.
hike.
Which,
So
I've heard a lot about that one, and
yeah, is
yeah.
the only item I kept. I changed my
Well,
pack, I changed my sleep system,
yeah.
and most importantly, my tent.
Your shelter. Yeah.
So my shelter
So,
system. Yeah,
how many times did you change that? You said
I
three.
think so. Well, three and a half, kinda, four
Three.
ish.
Three.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll explain. I'll
Okay.
explain. All right,
Hiker
so
math.
the Big Agnes was just a little bit too much of a tent, and unfortunately, which found out happened pretty often, had a break. It broke. So
Oh
for
yeah.
me,
I
yeah,
saw a lot of those break.
yeah. I don't know what it is, man. It might. I'm not. I don't want to say it's just crappy craftsmanship, or I just
But
don't know. But why is it happen so often?
it wasn't one consistent. It was one consistent thing that caused multiple different things to happen. It was
Yeah.
mostly the poles. the poles where they connect because it makes a Y either would come off or de-thread or snap off. Or 2 minutes had his rip a hole through his rain
Oh
fly.
yeah. Yeah. So that was the Tiger Wall,
Yeah, the Tiger
right?
Wall,
Yeah.
the Big
Which
Agnes Tiger
honestly,
Wall.
probably one of the most popular tents on trail.
Yeah, by far. But
Yeah.
they just continuously broke.
Yeah. So mine wasn't a pole because mine didn't have a Y. Mine were, it was
Oh,
like an X, like a cross system
oh, okay.
with another cross pole. So it was three separate poles.
Oh,
Mine was a clip to the rain that held the rain fly down.
hmm.
So that because they're made of like that
Oh,
just
that's right. You
crappy
had that one where you
plastic.
could sit in your chair.
That's
You had the
right.
one with with the awning.
It had like a roof.
Yeah.
It was a dope. It
The
was dope. It was dope.
it was. Yeah, I
It
remember
was an
that tent
awesome
now.
tent.
Yeah, that was
Um,
cool.
yeah, but so I got rid of that and I went from there. I went to the Six Moon Design, uh, Lunar Solo. I think it's called the Lunar Solo. Yeah, Lunar
Yeah.
Solo. Uh,
Which
it's like a 1.5 person kind of
hmm.
single wall, single trekking pole, kind of teepee-esque,
Okay. I
pole
think
right in the middle.
oh, okay. Huh.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved that tent.
There was some
Um,
definitely some interesting shelters out there that I
for
didn't even
sure,
know about.
for sure.
Hmm.
Which leads me to my
So
third shelter system.
yeah.
Got rid of the Lunar Solo and I went and got myself a 12-foot Dyneema tarp.
Oh,
Yeah, and
okay.
that's it. So I had a
Well,
Dyneema
it
tarp.
was dry enough. It was dry enough. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was awesome. It was
Hmm.
awesome. The only thing that I could say sucked a little bit were the bugs. Because
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do to prevent from the bugs.
I don't like
Um,
bugs.
yeah, we're just talking about a flat piece of Dyneema that you make like a little A-frame with.
Oh
It
shit, just
worked.
a tarp.
Yeah,
Okay.
just a tarp.
I
I would
think
put my accordion mat on the ground, and
yeah. I
that
just
was
went
that
to
was
the
home.
accordion mat. I just went to the
Yeah,
accordion mat. Yeah. I
yeah,
get to try it out hopefully on the Foothills Trail at the end of
yeah. I'm
December.
never gonna be an accordion mat sleeper again. That's my
No.
one thing I'm doing. I'm doing well from here on out.
Yeah, I mean, I
Definitely
do
an
have that.
inflatable mat.
I have the Big Agnes big one, but
Yeah, the
it's just like
Rapide.
it's heavy. It's heavy.
It
Like
is, but it's
it
comfy.
just. I want to try it. I just want to see how uncomfortable the accordion is. Like
Yeah,
if it's
yeah.
okay, then I'll probably be okay.
Well,
But
shoot, man, if you're able to sleep, that's literally it.
yeah,
If you're
just
able to
that's all
fall
that
asleep and
matters.
not wake up in pain,
Yeah,
or less
and just
pain, because you're going to wake
less
up in
pain.
pain. Yeah,
Everything hurt to where just nothing hurt
exactly.
because everything hurt.
Yep,
Um,
yep. So
but yeah,
then
I mean,
number 3.5 is I kept
number
the
three and a
tarp.
half.
I kept the tarp, but I added my hammock.
Okay, yeah, I'd give that a point 0.5.
See, so that's how the math worked. Still the
Yeah,
same
okay.
shelter
Maybe
system.
maybe 0.75.
All right, all right. So three and a
Okay.
half, three seven
Yeah.
five. There you
Yeah.
go.
You went through as
Which I,
many
dude, I
tents.
love. I love hammock camping. I
With that
absolutely
math,
love it.
I went through 0.25 more pairs of shoes than you did shelters.
Damn, it's a lot
Damn,
of
if
shoes,
that's
boy.
math. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know. I
think.
probably screwed that math up
Oh,
when I
point
looked
two
at
five. So you went
snapshot.
through one pair of shoes?
No,
Wait,
5.
1 point.
I went through 4 pairs of shoes. 4 pairs of shoes.
I
You went
got you.
through 3 point. Okay, you got it.
Listen,
Did you catch
this
up?
is this is why I didn't go to college. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, good.
Why I
Well,
became a thru-alter.
sorry to point that out. We'll work on it.
All good.
But
Yeah,
yeah, shout out
I'm
to
open to tutoring
Snapshot.
classes. Shout
We
out
got a shout out to Snapshot here, being our homie, doing all
the
the
one and
editing
only.
and producing for us. So that's awesome. Thank you, brother. So tents, you went through that. Yeah, it's a lot of tents, man.
Yeah,
A lot
yeah,
of
it was.
tents.
It was a lot of
So
tennis, and it was expensive. Not that's see like dude, that tarp. It was like a $500 just for the tarp.
why why was it you went through so many though? Did they just fail? What like what?
I kept trying to get lighter. I kept trying to get lighter. I wanted to get lighter and lighter and lighter.
You got that light
Changed my
bug,
pack.
dude.
I do, dude, 100,000%. Yeah, I'm in it. In it.
You're
I'm
sucked
UL to
in.
the UL
Oh
for life.
no.
Yeah.
Oh
I
no.
sent the chair home. I had the Nemo, whatever the heck it's called, chair. Sent that
Dude,
home. I got rid of a lot of things. But
it's crazy.
in learning that, there is one thing that I'm not going to sacrifice on, and that is my sleep pad.
Yeah.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, I went accordion for a while to get as light as possible, and I just couldn't do
Yeah,
it.
it's just one of those things. You know, you just kind
Hey,
of
listen, we're getting older, man. We ain't no
I had to
spring chickens.
change out my sleep pad. Shout out to the pirate ship for hooking me up with a new sleep mat when mine failed. It just kept leaking.
Yeah,
The valve on the Outdoor Vitals the original sleep mat. I know they came out with a new one. I haven't tried that one yet.
yeah.
But the original sleep mat and pillow had the same valve, and after a while, it just started leaking every night. So that's how I got the
Waking
Big
up on the
Agnes one.
ground.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm okay with that if there's some padding, but there's no padding. Now I'm on to the accordion mat. Shout out to Gone for letting me lay on hers once to see how it felt.
Shout out, gone.
Yeah,
Miss you,
my
girl.
homie. Miss
Big
you.
time.
What about you with sleep mats? What was your sitch?
So I started Nemo Tensor. That was the first one. Traded that one back into REI, and I learned this one from Big Boy because she had it. Was the Big
The big
Agnes?
boy.
Yeah,
The
the Big
big boy.
Boy. Oh, my bad. My apologies, the Big Boy. Um, she had the Big Agnes Rapide, enormous maroon one that's like this friggin' thick, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So I got that one and fell in love.
Man, there you go.
Carried that for a long time. It ended up failing, caught a leak. That's when I went to an accordion, and then
Yeah.
ended up trading that leaked one in later on for because I learned of the Big Agnes. They're pretty helpful over there.
Yeah. The
Swapped
warranty.
it out for me, no problem.
Nice.
They even overnighted it to New Hampshire for me.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
so I didn't have to spend an extra night in the hospital.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's probably the fastest I've heard of Big Agnes moving.
You know what? And I saw something on a Facebook page the other day, one of these class of 20, I think it was the 24 class one. People were kind of hating on them. And my experience was so different. I was like, I don't know, guys. Like, here was my situation, da 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 da. And
Yeah.
they were
And,
incredible, you know.
and which phone was that one?
That was the Rapide, the big maroon one.
The big
Rapide,
maroon one.
Rapide, Rapide, Rapide SL,
Oh,
maybe
okay.
something like that. The only
Okay.
problem
Yeah.
was they didn't have the long wide available. So I
And
think I
when you
got a
talk about long wide, you're talking about it's for taller people and then gives you a little bit more
length,
room
right?
on the width.
Length and
Okay.
width, right?
For
Because
some
they
people who
have
don't know it, not everybody knows
correct.
what everything we're talking about is.
Touche. You forget about that. You forget
Yeah,
about
we
that.
get kind of carried away sometimes, so we'll slow
Yeah, and
down.
that's
If you have any questions, put them in the comments and we'll answer them if you're confused with anything.
definitely. You can even shoot us
Not
messages on Instagram or however.
absolutely not that we
Well,
know everything, but I
oh,
think
come on.
I don't know everything.
Damn
Still
near.
learning.
Come
Still
on.
learning.
All
We'll
right.
figure it
That's
out.
true.
We'll figure it out.
We learn every day, baby. Yeah, so
Yeah.
they didn't have the right size, so they sent me a long regular.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they just didn't have it in stock, so that was rad. No
That
questions
works though.
asked. Yeah,
That's
all they
fast.
did was they gave me a number, like a case number,
Mm-hmm.
and bing
It was
bang
boom. It
boom.
was there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Shout out
That's
Big
pretty
Agnes.
fast.
Not sponsored, but maybe
Yeah.
one day we will be.
Yeah. So
Wink,
my
wink.
packs. So I guess the last of the big three would be the pack,
Yep.
and I went. You know what? How many packs did you go through? Two.
Two.
Yeah, me
Two.
too.
Yeah.
Also, yeah. What'd you start with?
The Osprey Atmos AG 50 liter, which is
Okay.
an awesome pack. Don't get me wrong. That pack
Yeah.
is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Super comfortable, adjustable out the wazoo. Like it can adjust everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just a bit on the heavy side. And my UL
Yeah.
mindset, my newfound ultralight mind, it's like, this has got to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So,
one thing I want is a light pack.
yeah.
I don't want a heavy pack. Like I'll be UL eventually, I guess. Maybe. Just hopefully. with
Well, my problem
sponsorships,
is,
yo.
dude, I never fully was able to get to the UL guidelines.
Whatever the guidelines are, whatever. You
Isn't it
know,
like
oh, there's guidelines.
sub
Is there
30?
an initiation ceremony at trail days into the ultralight? You know, is that
Well,
like
no,
the
I mean, I think lightweight. So you got ultralight, lightweight, and then like
yeah?
just sick maniac.
Oh, day pack
Oh,
comfort,
well, yeah, true that, true that. And
but
then on the
yeah,
other side of the
maniacs.
spectrum, you got Robin Williams. So
Yeah, so
hard
there's that.
dubs.
So yeah, I went through. I had the. I started with the Outdoor Vitals Shadowlight 60 liter. End up failing at about 1,500, and then hiked with another 200 miles before I swapped it out.
Okay, but was
Um,
that pack new to you, new to the trail, or had you used it already?
I had used it for like my 50 miles I hiked before I did the trail over the
Okay,
summer.
so nothing
Um,
significant. I got you.
Nothing significant, and then it started. The internal frame started coming out. It was a defect that they had tried to attempted to fix, um, but it just ended up the frame would pop out, the
Hmm.
Velcro wouldn't hold, so I ended up super gluing the Velcro, trying to keeping it in those, like stopping probably every 2 miles to fix and slide that thing as far, or slide the end of the frame as far into the keeper as possible.
Yeah,
And it was just, and it
tough
finally
turping
just punched a
dreams.
hole. Finally, it just punched a hole through the bottom. And
Was it
then,
poking you at all? Did it cause discomfort, or was it just like a
no, it just threw off all, there's no
loss
support
of
left in the
functionality?
frame.
Yeah,
Yeah, just no support. That's when I started having knee issues, and pulling my, nerves and pinching nerves, I guess.
right.
And it's just, and then luckily my homie, MVP, my homie from the Army, Jeff, met me up in Massachusetts, and when it finally failed, it failed, and he's like, "Here you go." And so I
Nice.
went to the Hyperlight 55 liter, which, yeah,
Yeah,
that's a hell of a pack.
yeah. That
So
was
what?
my second pack was the Hyperlight as well.
Okay, so
Yep.
pretty much if you changed out packs, either you went to the same brand or you went to Hyperlight.
Yeah, or something light. I did
Yeah.
see a lot of Gossamer gear out there.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, Gossamer gears were everywhere. Ospreys, some Z packs. I
a
think
few.
Gadget had Z packs.
Yeah, actually,
Art
I saw a
Hall.
few Z packs.
Those are expensive.
Yeah,
Anything Z packs is expensive.
I emailed them recently.
Did you?
Yeah, I was like, hey, I want to be a gear tester.
Yeah, I want to be a gear
Send me
tester from
stuff.
Topo. Topo,
Heck
send
yeah.
me shoes. I'm
Yeah.
starting to
Hey,
run now.
Bedrock hiking sandals. Send me
Oh
send
yeah,
me sandals.
yeah, yeah. I'm starting to get into running, so I need some Topo running shoes. I got the cross, or my hiking shoes, but I need some running shoes now.
I don't think I'll ever run again. I learned my lesson.
I'm doing the half marathon plan.
Nice.
Yeah, but I don't have a race or anything. I just want to stay in shape for crushing miles next year.
Yeah, I hear you. I just keep telling myself that I'm in shape because a pear shape is a shape.
Yeah,
So, I'm not in shape. I am a shape.
I want to keep the legs strong. Got to keep
Yeah,
the
yeah.
national treasures alive.
Yeah, I guess, man. I guess.
Yeah. So we got
Stepper's got to get to stepping.
exactly, exactly. So it's like it'd be fun to see if how fast I can run a half marathon in 14 weeks.
Heck yeah.
So that's
I'm
my
so scared to
goals.
run. I'm so scared to run because of my ankle injury.
Yeah, you kind of had an issue on the trail, didn't you? You broke something. You broke your
I
toe.
did. I did. Actually, here's a picture of it. We'll have boom right there.
If
Yeah. So from trail running, I put myself in the hospital. I didn't break anything afterwards, but I realized that I can't push myself to those limits anymore, you know?
yeah,
So
yeah,
I
you
did
gotta know your
continue to
limits.
I did continue to trail run throughout the rest of my through hike, but I wasn't doing like miles a day.
No, it
I
was
would trail run the downhills and stuff
mhm.
like that. And
Massachusetts into Vermont was a fun trail run. I mean, we trail ran a couple times when we were slack packing with
mm,
MVP. Yeah, that was a good time. And I was like, yeah, that solidified the trail running thing. So I'm gonna start doing that a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Crane, who we may have on as a guest pretty soon. Or, I don't know about pretty soon, but eventually we're going to. He's the one that got
Oh,
me into it. Yeah.
yeah, we got to talk about that one. We got some
Yeah.
guests coming up. We definitely have some great guests coming up. Guess we can, talk about that. We got Master Splinter, also known as I Suck at Hiking on YouTube and Instagram and all that good stuff, who we met on our through hike this year of
Yep.
2023.
Pretty
Um,
early on.
and now he's class of 2024.
Yep.
We're having him on. He just got off podcast with Kyle Hates Hiking, so that's pretty cool to,
Oh, did he?
yeah, he just finished that one up. So go check that out as soon as it drops. I think
Nice.
maybe that might be a spoiler.
Oops.
Oops. I mean, it boosts everybody's shit. Go check him
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
He's got some pretty cool videos. I had the pleasure of getting to see him when I landed here in Denver after trail. His
Oh,
flight
really?
unfortunately got canceled, but I was able to go see him at his hotel before whenever I
Oh,
landed.
very cool, man.
Yeah, so we met him down in Standing Indian right after around the Bend Hostel.
Now,
Yeah,
I
so
know
we
we
hiked with him.
probably mentioned this in another episode already. I don't know if we have or not, but now why did we call it, why was his name Master Splinter?
Oh, he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and he was
Yeah.
hiking with like two giant sticks, and there was four of us, and we kind of mimicked some degenerate Ninja Turtles to him, I guess. But I started calling him Master Splinter after that, and that he kind of stuck with it. He's excited to come on and talk to two of his degenerate Ninja Turtles. So
He better be.
yeah, and
Jeez.
I think he is at least. I mean, he's got a big following now too. So congratulations to him.
Hell yeah, man.
He's doing the right
Kicking butt.
things, doing the
Hey,
right
well,
stuff.
he's an awesome dude too. So he's got he's got great energy.
He's putting out good information too, and he's a very humble person. Like what you see there is, who he is. So I
Yeah.
can vouch for that. I mean, that was always a big question of mine before trails. Like, are these YouTubers or whatever the genuine person they show they are? And I haven't met one yet that hasn't been. So that's cool to see. Watch his from nothing as just a section hiker to now he's got a good following on YouTube and through hiking next year.
And
It's
he's
good
gonna
to
kick it.
see.
He's gonna kick that trail's ass too, man. Tell you what.
I think he will
Not to project anything on him,
as
but
long as he can
he's
stay
got it.
healthy.
Yeah,
Stay
yeah,
healthy. Yeah, he's really motivated by it. It was
yeah.
cool to meet him and his wife and his friend. Dang, I forgot the homie's name.
Sorry, homie.
Man, sorry, but yeah, he's in a lot of his videos, so it's pretty cool what he's doing, taking people out and learning, making mistakes, and he's not afraid to show it too. So that's awesome.
It's the way to do it, you know.
So I'm really excited to have him on, and pick his brain, and because we both had aspiring YouTube channels prior to,
We
and
did. Did,
uh,
do, we do, we did. I
go
don't know.
over and check those out. I
Yeah.
would like to announce that I'm going to start doing some more stuff on mine. Definitely, just fun little hike videos, maybe some stupid Kenny Powers shenanigans.
What is the channel?
Um,
What's it called? So they can go peep it.
Kenny Powers hikes,
You heard it there, folks. Kenny
I
Powers
think.
Hikes.
It's in the description. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Don't listen to
Go
me. Don't let.
go check it out, people.
Once I make it, I forget it. But it's in the
Exactly.
description. It's in the description. Click the link. You'll figure it out.
Yes, you will.
Um,
Yeah, I may do mine back up. I don't know. So we both started and I guess thought we were going to be YouTube channel people on the trail, or just wanted to, to
yeah,
disseminate our adventures to the general public, our loved ones, our
I,
family, and our friends.
it was so weird. Like back then I was worried about views and I got this many, and it's like I kind of wanted to go into this. It's just it's a passion project. It's just not. It's whatever. Like if I get 20 views, I'm happy. You know.
Right. Well, I think also we went into it with the wrong expectations, and that's why it didn't last for either one of us. We
Yeah, things
realized
change.
pretty quickly on that at least I can speak for me. I learned that I was there for the trail. You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't there
Wanted
for
to
YouTube. I
do.
wasn't there for Instagram.
Yeah, I continued to record stuff and all that because maybe when I got done, I wanted to do something documentary wise,
Oh,
which
for
is
sure.
definitely a thing. Which is definitely a thing still. Um, Shout out to Kodak. I gotta hit him up see if he's got time. He said he would help me edit it up, so that'd be cool. But what
Heck yeah,
about
man.
you? You gonna try to get
Um,
yours back to going?
dude, I think about it. I don't really know. I may do
Mm-hmm.
something like you're saying, kind of just like put together a big old thing. But
Mm-hmm.
if if you guys want to go see what I've done so far, mine is
Yeah,
Idiot in the Woods.
yeah. We had a
Um,
pretty big thing happen that we both put out on our channels right
yeah,
before Around the Bend.
yeah, we
And
did.
now, and for good reason. Look at what's going on right now.
I
We
know.
were sitting up on top of Kelly Knob. That was for some reason one of the worst climbs for me the whole trail. Um,
It was a doozy. It
and we
just
got
kept going.
it kept going, and it was just
Yeah,
this steady grade of just suck. It
yeah,
wasn't necessarily horrible; it was just a steady grade of suck,
yeah. And
and
you're still
it was
so
hot.
green. You're still so green that it's
Yeah,
also very. It's just hard.
your legs are not there yet. So we got up to there, and you noticed some smoke when we were taking some pictures and shit.
Yeah, look like a car fire maybe down on a road or something.
Yeah, and it ended up being a prescribed burn that if you don't know, when you're on trail, they post the prescribed burns the day of. So it's not like you walk in. Oh, we walked into the wilderness and then they had posted it and we didn't know about it. So
No
we ended up
signs.
sprinting 7 miles downhill with
Yeah,
what we
but
thought was a wildfire coming after
this
us.
this tiny little bellow of smoke coming up from way deep in the valley
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
turned into in about 10 to 15 minutes
Mm-hmm.
turned into the entire sky bright orange. You
Mm-hmm.
couldn't see anything.
No.
It just overtook the entire side of this mountain.
And it
And
started getting hard to breathe for me. Like I was having some issues
oh,
breathing.
dude, very much so. And I'm not gonna lie, man. I got very scared. You
Mm-hmm.
know, there were people behind us
Mm-hmm.
that were
Oh,
not in nearly as good physical form. Not saying that either
mm-hmm.
one of us were in good physical
Well,
form, but
but
they were
they had
definitely
started later
slower.
than
They were
us.
slower hikers.
Yeah, they had started later than us too. So it's kind of oh shit, like where are our friends?
Right.
Like
Well, that also.
yeah. And they were the ones
And
who ended up telling us that it was a prescribed burn, I
yeah,
believe.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought people were going to die that day.
But I think they got off at a gap a little bit earlier because of that, or they got told by a Forest Service person or something. So yeah, everybody was safe, but man, that was a scary situation. That you
Dude,
just don't
we
have.
ran the whole way down.
Yeah, you just. I was texting. I texted my sister, told her, "Hey, this is what's going on. Like, if you don't hear from me, like I was texting, like,
Oh
yo,
my God.
I'm in a possible situation here that I don't know anything about.
Mm,
We look back at it and go, oh, how stupid were we? No, to me, that was
no,
the appropriate decision. And even though it turned out to be nothing, which is the best thing, it's, you know,
it was
it's a good
everything
thing.
at that moment.
Yeah. I mean, you're out there, you're just so early in, dude, everything that goes bump in the night kind of,
That's true.
thing of,
Those damn howler
oh
monkeys.
no, like everything's trying to kill me, at that
Yeah.
point. You're scared of everything. Even though you don't voice it, like, oh yeah, big bad, but no, everything's a little bit scary. It gets a little dark out there at night.
You get used to it
Yeah, you do, but
pretty quickly.
at the beginning, like it's normal to feel that way, and I want to, put that
Yeah,
out there.
and a whole side of a mountain burning right in front of you is something that comes off a
It
little scary.
definitely when it grows that fast and it puts out that much smoke, it
Yeah,
was so
it was
much
wild.
smoke.
I've never seen anything like that.
I think it was like 2,200 acres they were burning or something is
Yeah,
what the flyer
25,
said.
2,500.
Yeah,
Yeah. I still think that controlled burn got out of control a little.
I think it was a little more fuel than they thought was there.
I think so. I don't think they initially intended it for it to come as close to the trail as it did.
Because there was a lot of leaves down south, like really dry leaves. everywhere.
Well, yeah,
And
because it wasn't quite spring yet. There were no budding plants at this point. Everything
yeah.
was still
So
just
I,
there, ready to go.
I mean, there's plenty of places that needed to be burned on the trail, but I mean, yeah, shout out to, or not shout out, but if you know what's going on with the wildfires and what we got, one standing near Standing Bear, one near
Yeah, if you guys are in the area, do not go on the
Rock,
trail.
one in Shenandoah. I know it just shut down for a couple days. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, these wildfires are getting a little bit out of hand down south.
Stay safe if you're in that area.
Yeah,
Any of
stay safe.
those.
Luckily, a couple Sobos I met. I don't remember the trail names, but I just saw that they ended up summiting with like 16 no or Sobos.
I saw that. I saw that post. Yeah.
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 I met them Dartmouth.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they just got through the whites and they had some good stories and some good insights, so we always have a feud with the Sobos kind of thing, but
Yeah, I
not
had
really. It's
plenty of Sobos on Black Betty.
trash. Hiker trash have a little sense of humor about how we look at Sobos, like, oh, you're just fresh meat. They
Yeah.
still practically smell good. um
If I were to through hike again, I think I would go Sobo this time.
um when I through hike again, probably when I
Yeah.
actually through hike it, unless it's with MVP or my sister or
Right. I
whatever.
shouldn't have said if. I should have said when.
Yeah, when. Yeah, I mean,
Because I will through hike again.
I'll through hike. I'll have to do it solo. Like, I think that would be a great fucking time.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I
That
agree.
would be a really good time.
I
Definitely get a
agree.
couple of it. Like, get a crew, get like 5 people,
Hmm.
6 people, and just do a Sobo run. Back to speaking about reaching out to the community. There's a through hiker I kind of want to bring up, and maybe someone out here can help. The hiker's he's unhoused right now. He's working. He's trying to get on his feet, but he's just kind of needs some help. If you're in the Memphis area, maybe reach out to me on Instagram. We can figure out maybe trying to find this guy somewhere to hole up in the winter because it's going to be cold. And we take care of each other. That's what we do. So if
Yeah,
anybody's got some help, maybe to hit me up. I'm not going to go into what the hiker needs, but hit me up and maybe help them out.
more details can be given. And that's
Yeah,
exactly it, man.
absolutely. I just don't want to put their stuff out there too hard.
Yeah,
So
including all you guys out there. We are one
do
big
what?
giant
You
tramp. I
cut
said
out.
oh, my headphone just went crazy, I
Oh,
guess. No, I was saying we're all family, even the
yeah.
viewers out there. We're one big, dirty, ugly bubble. So
Yeah, and if we can use this platform to help somebody out, then absolutely. Like, he's working, he's trying to bust his ass, but let's help him out.
hiker in need is a hiker indeed.
Absolutely. So I guess we'll wrap it up a little bit, brother. It was great sitting down with you for a good 50 minutes or so and just
No
chatting.
doubt. No doubt. Coming up next, we do have, who do we got dropping soon? We got Big Z
Big Z
episode 2.
episode later today. Okay, well, I'll wrap this up right now. We got Big Z dropping later today. Go check that episode out before you watch, well, after you watch this one. And then we got Master Splinter's recording coming up soon. They'll be out next. And then, yeah, we're going to start doing these more often. So thank you, everybody. See you later.
We love y'all. Stay vigilant.
Peace.
Whoa.